So something really special tonight I'm going to smoke is a Montecristo Laguito Especial that I've had. It's an aged one. And I've had it in this humidor here for about 5 years. And I had two of them. And one got damaged because I got fucked up and I messed it up. But I've had it in the other one I've had in this humidor, saving it for a special occasion. It's New Year's past and a family member has passed on, so I thought it'd be a good time to smoke this thing. And I'll do a little review about it. Yeah, Montecristo Especial. And this little humidor has really kept the humidity. I'm so impressed with this cheap humidor being so worthy. Got some really good. I never have to refill these humidity packs. And the smell in this humidor is always amazing. I rarely open it up. But got some really good little selection in there. Some Montecristo's, all aged stuff. I even got a Behique in here, which I'm saving for a special occasion here. It's old Behique, it's like 5 years old. Or more, I think. So I need to hurry up and smoke that. I got an old Magnum here. Been having it sitting in the cedar. I got this specially selected Ramoniones. It's very old. I got this Robino #2 Torpedo. Got some Coabas in here. But anyways, I'm gonna smoke this not a Montecristo #1. I'm gonna smoke this one. It's a Laguito Especial. It's a same as the Laguito Especial. It's the Cohiba Fidel Castro specialty cigar. And it's very interesting that Montecristo has a line of these. Trinidad Fundadores has a line of these. And then the Cohiba Lanceros. But there is also a Montecristo version. So I'm going to smoke it right now and see how it goes. So first I'll do a smelling here, this wrapper, because this is a vintage cigar. It's about 9 years old, actually, which is quite nice age for Montecristos. And it is a long cigar. It's a Laguito Especial. It's got a pigtail on the end of the wrapper, like the Fundadores, the Trinidads, which I do have a box of. I love those. And the Cohiba Lanceros, which I also have a box of. Feel to the wrapper is, you gotta be gentle with these, But it's been kept at a good humidity. I'm just feeling for plugs right now because in terms of getting plug cigars, these long ones are the worst. I don't really feel anything bad. There is a vein right here. So Now that I've brushed my fingers on the wrapper of the cigar, I've kind of activated it. It does feel oily. The smell is floral, very sweet. Little brown sugar. Hay. It's real sweet. Smells really good. It's got a really good feel in my hand. I love these long cigars. I mean, long cigars are a connoisseur's delight. It's when you really can taste the blend. Light it up. Just give it a little toasting. Very nice, very nice. It's like an incense. Just a graham cracker, a toasted graham cracker pre-draw. Oh my God, the honey coming off of that burnt, crisped, toasted smell. It's like honey bread that's been toasted. I love always gently toasting the end of the cigar before I light it up. Bready. This is a vintage cigar. It's been sitting in my humidor there for a long time, so I gotta be a little gentle with it. You know. I'm gonna have to chew on the cap a little bit. Humidifying everything. Just be patient. Once you chop the pigtail off this thing, you really gotta be patient before you light it up. Otherwise, you're gonna do a disservice to the cigar. So one thing though is I feel for one that it's getting harder and harder to find these types of cigars anymore on the internet. I mean, all the websites I'm going to, my favorite cigars are the Gloria Cubana standard line. The number 2s and the number 4s. The Medalla de Oro number 2s and the Medalla de Oro number 4s from La Gloria Cubana. I love those cigars. And you just can't buy them anymore. I mean, they're getting so hard to find. I don't know, like if anybody else out there knows what I'm talking about and they know a website where you can buy La Gloria Cubana standard production cigars, boxes, let me know. I'd love to know about it. Even number 2, the Dalios, I'll buy a box of those. If anybody knows, or a friend, or they're trying to sell, hook up with me. I'd love to buy a box of those Dalios, even if it's half full, you know. So just let me know. I'd love to get some. I got a box of the number 4s, but I'm not smoking that. I'm not gonna smoke it. I'm gonna save and age the shit out of those things. Right now, I think they're about 4 or 5 years old. And I'm just gonna keep aging them. The smell is super duper sweet. It's really like incense. It's just this beautifully sweet Cuban tobacco. Amazing. Love the smell of Cuban tobacco. You gotta really be gentle lighting these types of cigars, because this has been aged a long time. It's quite vintage. I bought this in a cigar shop here in Japan about, I guess it was about 8 years ago, or 7, maybe 8 years ago, in Nagoya. And I bought 2 of them. This one I have, and I'm smoking it now, and it's quite vintage, you know. It's just an amazing cream type of texture of this cigar. Smooth, little bit of a wood. I mean, I even get a hint of vanilla. It's just, yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I highly recommend get these, anybody who's a real connoisseur of flavor, to get a couple of these long cigars and age them. Especially Laguito Especiales. Laguito number 1s. They are a long smoke and a very elegant smoke. I mean, the cool thing about these type of cigars is they're long, so the smoke part stays away from your face. So you can hold it in your mouth for a very long time and not get irritated. I mean, that's how I think about it. So I can have my hands free. Yeah, the smoke is just so silky smooth. It's really amazing. I mean, aged Montecristo. And I have a box of Montecristo number 1 Lonsdales. They're from 2010. So they're 10 years old. I have a whole fucking box of them. I'm just going to keep smoking them and aging them, because all the cigars that I have are basically vintage now. About 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I got real interested in cigars. I mean, I've been smoking cigars for years. for like decades I've been smoking cigars. But when I came to Japan, I started getting Cuban cigars because I used to live in America. It's illegal. So when I first got here, I got a shitty ass job, so I didn't have a lot of money, but I bought this. And so then I got a good job and I was making some good money, and so I started buying boxes of Cuban cigars. And I don't smoke cigars every day. I smoke cigars like maybe once or twice a week. It's a special celebration occasion for me. So I don't, I'm not burning through all my cigars that I bought. So I got boxes of cigars that I bought 5 years ago that were already 2 or 3 years old when I bought them. And I'm smoking them now, and they're so good. It's amazing, the aged Cuban tobacco, how amazing this. If what I'm trying to say is that if you're gonna buy Cuban cigars, age them. You gotta. I'm smoking cigars now from my collection, 10-year-old Cuban cigars from my own private collection that are amazing, absolutely delicious. I mean, there's like, it's so sweet, walnutty, and the wafting of the smoke in your face. And I mean, it's winter right now, and all my windows are shut. I'm getting hotboxed in here, but it feels great. It smells so good. I mean, I love it. It's a beautiful smell. The aroma is incredible. And just, you gotta be real gentle smoking these. You don't want to just puff the shit out of it. You want to slowly smoke it down and be very patient and take your time. It's a Laguito Especial, and it is very special. This is a special cigar. I mean, a beginner cigar roller cannot roll these types of cigars. These are the elders, the advanced craftsmen are going to roll a cigar like this. It's a very difficult roll. Very difficult. And that might be what's happening is, got a lot of these old guys in Cuba, and they've been rolling, since they were kids, and they're master rollers, and they're dying off. There's not enough people, these craftsmen, cigar craftsmen in Cuba, to replace them, because it's like just a tedious job. I mean, you gotta roll like 10 of these a day. Or more. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea how many they roll a day, but young people aren't interested in that craft. So they might be losing the real craftsmen of the Cuban rollers. So get yourself some real good, rolled Cuban cigars like Cuabas. Those are only rolled by the master rollers. All the Cuaba series. They're beautiful rolled double perfectos. The Salamona's one of my favorite cigars. Huge cigar. And just rolled, like with a camel's hump in it. It's amazing. So, getting harder to find those types of cigars these days online. I mean, prices are going up, that's for sure. I'm always surprised and shocked. The prices that I was paying for a box of Lanceros, Cohiba Lanceros back in the day, was half of the price that they're charging for them now. Even if you can find them. It's crazy. There's a cigar shortage in the world right now, and it's really too bad, you know. I mean, the problem is all these assholes are, you know, collecting all these boxes, and they're just not smoking them and saving them to make money. And I think a lot of it is the Chinese, but that's just my conjecture. I think they're buying up a lot of the Cuban boxes of Cuban cigars, and they're storing that shit, and they're gonna sell it later at a huge profit. That's the kind of shit that's going on over there. You know, they're doing that with whiskey. Cornering markets, you know, the Chinese are business savvy. Quite business savvy. So they're buying a lot. I mean, even the private, you know, the public, you know, there's a lot of Chinese connoisseurs now that, you know, wasn't like that 10 years ago. Same thing with whiskey. I mean, there's whiskey shortages going on right now because the Chinese they're buying up all the barrels, they're buying American oak, they're buying, Taiwanese are fighting with Chinese to buy barrels, and it's getting crazy. So it seems like there's a shortage in this in the production. It's gonna get worse. Especially the good quality aspect of these cigars. You know, you gotta buy them now. I was smoking a Partagas last night, and my ash was so huge. I was smoking it outside, and it was one of the longest ashes that I've ever seen. This was getting there. Beautiful, straight, perfectly rolled. Amazing ash, amazing blend of just sweet honeys and breads. I love that Cuban baked bread that's always in the tobacco. It's really good.